Finders keepers. The infamous worm farm. Wow. You kids want to see some bats? I'm lurking and I'm stalking when you least expect it. Happy tomorrow, everybody. As you can see, little Chungus here, my little big boy, my little, just kidding, his name's not his big ounce. Both of these adorable little kids love me a lot now. Not really, but she doesn't bite me hard. And I can scratch her, see? Obviously she's not like loving this, but I think she does appreciate cheek scratches. See, at first she gets real scared when I try to scratch her like this, but then he gets real jealous. This little guy will get jealous, and then she'll want to come by, and she wants her own little scratches. This little duckling here has survived one day, which is wonderful. Little duck's definitely got some issues. She shakes a little bit. I think she's got an issue with her foot, but that's okay. I think we can keep her alive. Now that the wood chips are a little bit further down, these guys aren't able to just jump right out. Here's a little nugget. And then he is still able to jump up and down. He loses a little bit of weight doing that. And I give her her little nugget. Here you go, little queen. There we go. And now here's one for later for you and one for later for you. I haven't put Karen's eggs in the incubator yet because I still need to make sure that it's consistently at 50% humidity. Currently, it is at 30%, which is honestly fine for chicken eggs. A lot of people do 30% the whole way. The Humane Society in Waco is at full capacity, and I tried using Instagram to rehome this adorable little cat. I gave her a bowl of water and a big turkey leg, and honestly, I think she's been pretty happy, but I need to bring her home. But look at this, guys. No more trash at all. Everything's relatively clean and neat. Eventually, I'm going to end up planting a bunch of bamboo along the side here to give us a lot of privacy. And the bamboo is going to go on the border of the entire property. It's going to take a long time, but I can get all the bamboo for free. The porch is still relatively clean. Things are a little bit of a mess. I don't know how to, I'm going to have to power wash this before I stain it, I think. But anyways, I'm bringing this cat to Austin. Taking care of a stray or feral cat is difficult, but it's not impossible. And this cat's a lot friendlier than a lot of the ones I've seen. So I'm gonna go ahead and try my best. I found somebody that wants to take care of this little girl. She might even be pregnant. Either that or she has worms. But we're gonna go ahead and give her to a friend who wants to take on the task of caring for this adorable little cat. Either way, I can't have him here because if the baby licks her poop, he could die instantly.
Hey, it's me, Editing Ben, and as you can see here, the grass is growing in really, really well. It was really windy, so I had to do a voiceover, and look at Kevin attacking the fence.
Today, my plumber's gonna come by. He's gonna finish up this trench, and then we're gonna have a spigot right there and a spigot right there. The chickens are all doing really well. I've lowered their water and food intake to where I only really need to take care of them probably once every 3-4 days. I'm gonna go ahead and get some hay for the bottom after I get back from Austin. That'll make things look a lot nicer. And check this out, guys. The grass is growing back decently well, even with a bunch of pigs. This is all a mess right now that I'm gonna clean up, so don't worry about it. But I've decided I'm gonna put the spigot right out here, a little bit further from the barn, because eventually we are going to demo this entire barn. I'm thinking right there makes the most sense. Gonna give a little bit of food to my son, Mr. Pog. I'll put a little food in here just in case something happens to wander into this open cage. Whoa, is that popping? And this is a pretty historic moment, you guys, because this is the last time I'm ever taking the battle bus to Austin. After this trip back and forth from Austin to Waco, this is going to be a farm bus. This is going to stay in town here in Waco. It might go on some trips to pick up animals, but at the end of the day, we are keeping it here. I'm never driving back through Austin traffic with this bus ever again. Well, guys, here it is, the infamous worm farm. I think the majority of them escaped, but nevertheless, we're going to take a look. Something about this just don't seem right. All kinds of little things still in here, moving around, inching and grubbing. Seems like the majority of these little worms are just carcasses. Taxes! Please just go back inside, children. Come on, please. 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 Yes, finally. Oakley dokley, we got a spigot for water right here for all these animals and this little pond here and these guys. And I got water right here for all these boys as well. I got a little spigot right there. Now, whenever I want to have water back here, all I have to do is just boop. And it's done. And I even have an emergency shutoff switch back at the house just in case one of these lines ends up bursting. This has been a heck of a night though, you guys. Everything has been incredibly busy, but I am slowly getting everything done here. Things are finally coming together. I love you. I appreciate you. Here's Poppy. And I think one of her little babies. Look at the little babies. Oh, literally, there's another egg, you guys. Look at this. There's just another one right here on the ground. It's so cold tonight. I have to put this in my pocket to keep it warm. Oh, Kevin, I have your egg. Sorry, but you know the rules, Kevin. Finders keepers. Well. Good morning, everybody. It's actually the afternoon, and I have a very big surprise for you guys, which isn't really much of a surprise, and it shouldn't be. But look at this, guys. Look how adorable these dogs are. Look at this grass that's growing in really, really well. All that ryegrass actually took really, really well. Look at this, you guys. Everything just looks amazing. So one of the students at Sam's school that actually had the sibling of Steiner reached out to us and said that she didn't want hers to get slaughtered either. And that was mainly because the person that was going to pay $250 for her backed out last minute because even they didn't want to slaughter her. So her and her brother are both rejects. But look at how precious this little perfect girl is. I actually used a cage this time. I didn't film the process because it was a little too boring. But just look at how neat and organized all this stuff is. And as you can see, this little cage thing here worked really, really well. And because I got this little whip from Sam, I'm going to be able to guide her straight into the pen. Obviously, Poggers and Queen are very excited to have a new sister. And she's just going to have to slowly walk down these steps. Oh, come on. Come on, time to come home. Come on, girl, you can do it.
She get tired of all that sniffing around. At least they're not barking. Well, there she goes. She let them know.
There they are, meeting family for the first time. Oh, look at this little guy running over.
You can tell that they recognize each other from the time they were babies.
Well, Kevin's just trying to kill me.
But yeah, Mabel and Steiner clearly recognize each other. This is a nice little sibling reunion. Kevin's here trying to kill me, but these guys are going to be very happy here. Also, I got an AC unit.
I don't even know how he got in there. Look at it. This one's for all my baby girls. I see your comments, ladies, and they make me smile. I'm lurking and I'm stalking when you least expect it. Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. As you can see, the rooster are crowing. I set up this little mini split system here. And look at that beautiful sunrise on the Urban Rescue Ranch. That's the kind of thing you got to pay money to see, you guys. But take a look at this, you guys. I somewhat organized everything last night, as you can see. We got our little baby boy, Gugget, running around here and crowing. He sounds amazing. Call ducks seem to be doing really well. And looks like there's a tiny little bit of ice on here. Yeah, a teeny little bit of ice in this pool. All these adorable little babies seem to be doing well. And look at that. It's Mabel running. Wow. Look how happy this little girl is. But yeah, all the pigs seem to be really happy. And while I don't think we're going to keep all these pigs here for forever, it is nice to be able to have the pigs running around. And it's good to see that they're getting along with the other animals. Actually, that was Steiner running. Look at these little adorable little baby boys. And of course, Kevin's coming over to attack me. Here you go, Kevin. Here, have a little bite of that. Have a little bite of that, sir. But I have a very exciting video for you all today. As you can see, I put the hay down there. It looks really nice. And today we are going to Livestock Auction because I want to teach you guys about how this stuff works down here in Texas. Now, I have never been to Livestock Auction. They sell exotic livestock in Texas. They sell them for their meats, for their fur, and to hunt. Although we got the baby directly from a farmer that sold kangaroos for meat and to hunt. So all kinds of adorable little animals at this auction that we're going to go to. So today we're going to see it for the first time, and I've never actually been to one of these, so I'm really excited to show you guys. My hope is that by the end of this video, I'll be able to show you guys how this, oh, look at that duck just landing over there. That's beautiful. My goal is to be able to teach you guys and show you guys by the end of this video how things kind of work in Texas so far as exotic livestock and how they auction them off, how people sell them. And also look at this little duck in here. I'm almost positive that no more of these eggs are gonna hatch. So I'm gonna go ahead and put her after this in that little coop with the other duck. First, I'm gonna give these guys a little bit of food before I leave, and then I'm gonna check on Poppy real quick. Okay, she's deep in there. That's good. I went ahead and buried Poppy in some more hay because it's gonna get real cold. All right, everybody's got their food. Just in case we see a young capybara or something. Here's hoping. Yeah, Waco has a Top Golf. Ever heard of it? But yeah, guys, I don't really plan to buy anything, obviously, at this auction because that's not really what we do with the Urban Rescue Ranch. Old Uncle Ben does like to have his little side projects. I do like to have my own little pets. I will say this, if I see a baby capybara, that's a real affordable cage.
I'm going to go ahead and preface this by saying that this has been a really long-standing tradition in Texas for a very, very long time, and in the southern states in general on livestock auctions. And at these events, private individuals will bring their animals in large livestock trailers and get them in these pens so that they can be shown by other people on this catwalk. Karens. Here's some little baby Karens. Now, these guys are given plenty of food and water, and as you can see, here's a bunch of adorable little baby Karens just sitting in there. And these pens back here, there's adult fallow bucks, sika deer, all that stuff, and even elk. Here's a little llama. And what happens oftentimes is a lot of people will have tens of thousands of acres in West Texas because it's pretty cheap out there, and they'll let these guys out there with ponds and plenty of food and water, and then they'll just let them live and be wild.
If they need to sell any or rehome them, they'll bring them in these trailers, and here's some giant riot shields if the animals are dangerous.
But these Rio were more than likely left to reproduce on a large area of land and then eventually wrangled and brought here to the auction to sell. And there's plenty of little adorable baby goats and bottle babies that people try to rehome as well, and those end up being pets.
Here we go. Let's go. 20 bucks. 20 now.
As you can see, it's a bit old school, but it's still very interesting, very cool, and it does a great job of educating people about the animals while also preserving a Texas tradition that's been going on for hundreds of years.
Hey, this looks like a nice cave. Hey, I'm at the Greenbelt, and look at these adorable little bats I found. Don't mind if I do. COVID-23, anyone? Come here, little adorable little babies. You could spend all your money at the auction, or you could just come to this cave in the Barton Greenbelt and find an adorable little bat to befriend. All right, I suppose that's enough of that.
All right, so little Plappa escaped, and she's been running around pooping behind the couch and chewing on the baseboards all day. Oh, she was just in there. Took the dang thing. Good morning, everybody. I am driving to an elementary school to read to some children, but look at this adorable little puppy. Look at this adorable little stray. Hello, little man. Come on, hop up. Come on. Yep, bye. Come on, hop up. Hop up. Yep, go ahead and hop on up. This is actually happening right now. Is this my dog now? He's emaciated. Look at him. Luckily, the dude walking by came over, started yelling. He's like, hey, what are you doing on the street? So then the dog came over to him. But if you don't have your dog neutered, microchipped, and with a collar and a thing on it, just expect somebody to take it if it runs on the road. Right, everybody? This is East Waco. It used to be very, very dangerous, and now they're gentrifying it. A couple nice little restaurants down here, and then a couple barbecue places. Oops, sorry, I guess I'm going around you. There's also a ton of stray cats and dogs. I have personally caught and rehomed at least 3 stray cats from here and 1 dog. And I don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars from the city to be able to do that. But yeah, the city just randomly decided at one point that they were going to make East Waco the nice part of town, which is kind of cool because it used to be the worst part of town. Like apparently that's going to be a coffee shop. Apparently they're going to turn this warehouse into a coffee shop. But the smartest thing we all could have done was buy a bunch of these random warehouses for like 20 grand a piece back in the day. Because now these are all worth much more than that. Space!